Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. These words from Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 to 6 are more than just a nice thought. They are a lifeline for anyone who feels lost, confused, or afraid. This isn't about blind faith, it's about a deep, abiding trust in a God who loves us more than we can imagine. Think about a time you felt completely overwhelmed. Maybe you were facing a difficult decision, dealing with a loss, or simply feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. In those moments, it's easy to try and figure everything out on our own. But our human understanding is limited. We weren't created to carry those burdens alone. That's where trust comes in. To trust in the Lord is to surrender our worries, our fears, and our need for control to a power greater than ourselves. It's like handing over the reins of a runaway horse to a skilled rider. We might not know the way, but we can trust that he does. This trust isn't a passive act. It's an active choice we make every single day. It's in the quiet moments of prayer, in the challenges that test our faith, and in the everyday joys that remind us of his goodness. And as we learn to trust, we begin to see his hand guiding us, even when we can't see the whole picture. Letting go of our own understanding can be one of the hardest things to do. We like to be in control. We like to have a plan. But sometimes, our plans fall apart, and our understanding fails us. It's in those moments that we need to cling to our faith more than ever. Imagine you're lost in a dense forest. You could keep running in circles, desperately trying to find your way out alone. Or you could stop, listen for the sounds of a flowing stream, and trust that it will lead you back to safety. Trusting in God is like following that stream. It doesn't mean we won't face challenges or that everything will always be easy. It simply means that we face them with a deep-rooted belief that God is with us every step of the way. He sees the bigger picture, even when we can only see the obstacles in front of us. Our human nature wants to understand everything, to control every outcome. But sometimes, the greatest act of faith is simply letting go and trusting that God is in control. It's in that surrender that we find true peace and freedom. Acknowledging God in all our ways doesn't mean we need to become monks or shut ourselves away from the world. It simply means inviting him into every aspect of our lives. It's about seeking his guidance in our decisions, big or small. It's about recognizing his presence in the beauty of nature, in the love of our families, and in the kindness of strangers. Think about it like this. You wouldn't embark on a cross-country road trip without a map or GPS, would you? You'd want to have some sense of direction, some way to navigate the unfamiliar roads ahead. In the same way, acknowledging God in all our ways is like using a spiritual GPS. It's about staying connected to the source of all wisdom and guidance. We can acknowledge him through prayer, through reading his word, and through simply talking to him throughout the day. It's a conversation, not a monologue. And just like any relationship, the more we communicate, the deeper our connection grows. When we invite God into our daily lives, we start to see things differently. We notice the subtle ways he's working, the small miracles that happen all around us. We begin to hear his whispers of wisdom guiding us towards a life of purpose and meaning. The promise of Proverbs chapter 3 verse 6 is that when we trust in the Lord and acknowledge him in all our ways, he will make our paths straight. This doesn't mean our lives will be free of challenges or that we'll never face adversity. It means that even in the midst of those challenges, we can have peace knowing that God is with us, guiding us towards a destination far greater than we could ever imagine. Think about a mountain climber scaling a steep cliff face. The path is treacherous, the climb is arduous, and there are moments when the climber might even feel afraid. But with each step, with each handhold, the climber moves closer to the summit, and the view from the top makes all the struggles worthwhile. Trusting in God is like that climb. It's a journey of faith, of courage, and of unwavering belief that even when we can't see the path ahead, he knows the way, and he'll never let us go. When we open our hearts to God and trust in his plan for our lives, our paths become straight, not because the obstacles disappear, but because we face them with a strength and a peace that surpasses all understanding. We find joy in the journey, knowing that we are never alone, and that our God is a God of miracles, of hope, and of unending love.